So, Moin Moin to Warhammer II Mortal Empires. We are playing as Kroq-Gar. So, again, Lizardmen. And we are the last defenders. We start south of what would be the Kingdom of Lamia. This is the crater of the Walking Dead. Is that? Yeah. Can't read it. The Silver Host, yeah, but oh, it's the Devil's Backbone. So, as some of you may see, we already have a coastline over here. A lot of space that isn't used, so Chaos Dwarfs confirmed. Maybe even Ogres, hopefully even Ogres, I don't know if they will come. Horde faction. Back to the topic. So, I like Lizardmen. I've made a Lizardmen Let's Play with Lord Master Mundi in the Vortex campaign, but on the Mortal Empires campaign I want to go for Kroq-Gar. We can get quite early into the old world and wreak havoc and make peace over there. We'll trust that Master Mundi will do the same on his part of the continental plain. We will hunt skaven, so Kroq-Gar's way to play starts similar. We need buildings in order to upgrade. We need that. Yeah. Kroq-Gar has some nice bonuses. Fast forward. He gets as a faction bonus 10% reduced upkeep for every unit. Kroq-Gar himself gets I think 50% upkeep reduction for all Soros units and Cold One units, and they make out the backbone of our army. So normally we would have had like in Warhammer I, it was like, for the most part, the main hero, like let's say Manfred from Karstein. He had the bonuses for the units, like for Grave Guards and the Dead Knights. And here in Warhammer II, that changed a lot. Like, yeah, I think Tyrion, as a faction leader, still has his reduction cost, but only for the Lord's army. Those stats have changed a bit, so that's quite nice. We will sit here and it's our turn. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the ones who follow my Lizardmen campaign will know that I think and still think that Master Mundi is the harder Lizardmen campaign, especially now, because let's wait until he does his moves. Wait, change that. So the problem with Master Mundi is what to conquer, and when we look at the map, we have at least like jungles over here and a big portion of desert that we have conquered. Everything, I think most of that to the north is desert. Here comes temperate, so that's okay-ish for us. We have a lot of okay-ish over here. We get to the point where it isn't okay-ish when we take on like Kislev and Norska. And in our Lizardmen campaign with Lord Master Mundi, we started here in Itzum, so over here in Mexico. And because of the threat of Marathi and Malekith, so, and all the Dark Elves to the north, I conquered a lot of territories to the north, and they are all frozen. It's like extreme. This region is densely steaming jungle, and the next one is already frozen. So we get 50% less income from buildings and 100% additional construction costs. So that hindered our expansion quite essentially. And the same goes now for Lord Master Mundi. The provinces, yes, here are smaller, so he is way more dependent on conquering the small portion of Southland that remains. And yeah, that's something that we would try to do as well, but I don't want to push him out of there. But well, that's the way it is. Recruitment cost. Experience, yeah, we want to go for the experience one ASAP. And especially for the experience, because as many of you will know, in the skills we now have this formula. I would like to see that being transformed to the old factions in their rework that's hopefully coming. So when you have units with rank 7 and above, they get like a hefty bonus. So there's the cursed jungle. That's where we want to go. We will move up here because it doesn't matter. We will try meta, not meta, meta. So we have now our Saurus Warriors shields. We'll take 3 of them. And for now I will keep this one. Yeah, it's okay. And for me they are extremely cheap. That was something with Moin, like having to take care of those extremely expensive Saurus Warriors. I think are still quite important. So, and it's something I realized too late with World Moin, that if you have 50% reduction cost on Temple Guard, it's like extremely useful to take a lot of Temple Guard, because they cost like, I think 138 for World Moin upkeep. The recruitment cost is still quite high, but after that you could go for quite powerful army. Now here's a King Priest of Heavens. Not my favorite kind of magic, to be honest. I prefer the Law of Beasts. But beggars can't be choosers. So in the beginning, I think that the Lizardmen are quite powerful. Even in the end, it's like everything changes a bit. Like the High Elves, they get like better units throughout the whole game that become better, and the same goes for like the Dark Elves. And then they, in addition to that, they get a few monsters. And for me, it feels like that's not true for the Lizardmen at a certain point, because you can get your best units like very early, build that up, and you have like your mid-tier units that in a way are still quite early game, and then later on you get mostly monsters, and quite a lot of monsters. So not monsters, dinosaurs, bigger units. Even though they're quite fun, this is kind of strange to have like... Oh, I haven't... forgot. Missile resistance, so I will give you that. I'll definitely take the experience. They've changed that. I think that in the Mortal Empires campaign, those things you can choose. Battle Masters, okay. Cometh the Hour, character within the Ratok, experience gain Ratok. Well, okay. So we will move here. Could force march, but it wouldn't give me that much. So the Kingdom of the Beast, I don't know if that's how it's actually called, to be totally honest. Can be. I know that in the book, oh, I have read that one in German. So it's from the Black Library, so from GW's personal book provider, Time of Legends, so the first Nagash book. In there, the Lizardmen play a smaller part, because when you see here is Rasetra. And Rasetra is like one of the small kingdoms that are part of the big empire of Camry. And if there ever comes a mod, so no, finish your sentence. So they were a kingdom of Camry. What was the one? Two. No. They were part of Camry, and they were quite special because they lived so near to the jungles that they have learned. No, they haven't learned something from the Lizardmen, but what they do, they take their mages and their warriors and do raids on the Lizardmen, and even enslave them. Or yeah, it's kind of enslave them. They hurl them towards the enemy, I would say. And for me that was quite awesome, because every kingdom, so I can yeah, I would tell you to read that book. It's quite fun because everything plays within Camry, and it's like throughout hundreds of years, because Nagash of course becomes like immortal. And to the end of the book he just flees, so he isn't like the Lich King already, how he's called now. There are so many kingdoms and they're all described so differently, and that would be something where I would say that if Camry would have come out with a Camry campaign map like they did for the Wood Elves, Beastmen, what they won't do this time, as far as I know, as far as they're told in some magazine or something like that, they said that there won't be like a little campaign. They will prefer to do like the whole unit roster and more legendary lords, so maybe we will get like 3 legendary lords. It would be awesome. So some say like Archeon the Black would be a good option, but I don't know. He is like only like late tier end times model with like mountainous giant lich. So don't know about that, but in there the kingdoms are described quite differently. So Rasetra is the one. Their warriors run around with armor made of Lizardmen hides, because the Lizardmen hides are quite powerful. They are quite thick. You can do a lot with that. Wait until we get that one, even though it's construction oh no, doesn't reduce the construction cost. Didn't know that, so we can keep on building. Yeah, and there were, oh, I forgot. There's one kingdom far to the west. That's, I think, when you start the Vortex campaign, at least it's destroyed. And this is one kingdom that is part of Camry and is considered like Cambrian people, something like that. Egyptians, but they're far closer to modern day Arabia. So quite a nice thing to know. I think that I won't play around. So no, not 3 of them, even though we have 2. Look at 1 spear unit. Don't want to try like crazy things like, oh, maybe I'll make peace, or wait, I will actually attack them, even though they are mostly friendly, so maybe we can confederate them, but that takes such a long time. It's not guaranteed. It's not like in Europa Universalis. Not that I play that game that often, but construction cost, but replenishment. Yeah. So since the I don't get it now as well. So let's check out what's there. Now they have 2 regions. They are considered more powerful than we are. They like us a lot. They are in war with with the Silver Host. And with the Silver Host, there's a ruins. The Silver Host goes up to there. So I think that I'll try to take Rosatra before they can do. But for now, we're getting a lot of public order issues for whatever reason. So let's go for making below 1,000. So I think that I'll get like that for now. Population surplus. Public order issues, that's annoying. So I've made a vampires campaign, or I'm doing a vampire campaign for the Mortal Empires. I was thinking or planning and do a ambush and defeat 1 army. Turns to complete 15. That's not that much time. We will go for public order building for now. 15 turns isn't that much, to be totally honest. And for the Blessed Spearsaurus, isn't that bad. Look, it makes no sense to recruit skink cohorts with Kroq-Gar, because it's like for 25 coins more you get like the Source Warriors with shields. So, but they don't have Primal Instinct, but so a unit like that, Primal Instinct is like quite handy. Yeah, we will take 2 more. It's on 0, so there won't be a change in the near future. I have to keep an eye out for how this war is going, like the Silver Host against. Oh, where are you, Code? Are you called like the city most likely? Kroq-Gar. Check out. I don't know when the new factions come. Oh, too fast. But one of those strange names. notrh isn't in the game yet, sadly. That's something so they are most likely called Teotihuacan. So take care of Teotihuacan. We are increasing the public order. We have him back. So while casting, speed and melee defense. Oh no, let's take Curse in the Midland Wind. And you are back. You can increase. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, but he should stay there. So What was I about to say? Something about things that they've not yet implemented. So done. Forgot. City to Tikwa. Yeah, Norsca isn't in the game yet. I'm back. Recruitment cost. Yeah, we won't recruit anything, so that will be quite handy, I think. Even though that isn't like for many turns, 6 turns. So 3. Yeah, we will go for that one. So yeah, now it's like getting better every turn. Let me take you out. Still growing, so we will slowly but surely move north. So why? So every time you change a campaign, or you do a new campaign, you have to redo that, or at least I have to do that, because I always forget to check if you can pull it on a fixed thing in the menu. No, there are many things that aren't implemented yet, like they hinted on the fact that they will rework some of the old factions, so in order to give them more flavor, so maybe adding rights and reworking as few of the mechanics. In my vampire campaign I said that I would like to see, like, similar to the food function of the skaven, see something like that with the undead. So give them the magic gold thingies and then make it that they have an undead meter, so a bit like the mixture of the food and the peasantry of Bretonia. Give them just the peasantry and give them... Yeah, that would be nice. You will scout costs, and to be totally honest, if there's something inside that, I will most likely just crush it. Treasure hunt. We could treasure hunt. Yeah, we have the time and the money. Leave the demon, drink the demon's tears, kill the demon, of course. Oh yeah, Chaos Corruption. So he is now... Wait, we're talking about Grimgore, not Grimgore, Kroq-Gar. It's like the demon killer incarnated. So everything else would have been anticlimactic. Do you want to upgrade that? We are waiting for 2. No, we were just waiting for income. So when we do a right, we can perform the right ferocity. Cost us 2,000. We will keep that for ourselves for now because we need those 2,000. Are we now at war with Cetra? With our Cetra? Yeah, we are in war with the Silver Host. Though I don't know why. I declared war on him. Do you start in war with them? Oh. See, that's the thing. So bark. We will colonize that. Upgrade that. So Libaras, Marak. Yeah, not all, every of these cities comes up in mind. I know that Libaras. Yeah, those are all the Resetra, Libaras, Marak, and Lamia. It's definitely cool, Lamia. Those cities are considered like a bit strange to the sorry, to the rest of the Cambrian Empire, because they are more traditional, and for, when you go to the east, like Marak is, I think Marak is the temple city. I'm not quite sure. So here's where all the temples is. Here's where the final battle takes place, or is it south? Somewhere over here, to be totally honest. They have like a lot of fights getting through the passes, and then somewhere here the Cambrian Empire does its last stand against Nagash and resurrects his old warriors and all those statues and shit like that. But Liberas, Marak, Lamia, they were trading a lot with like the Kingdom of Ind, that would like over here. Even went so far to get to Cathay, to ancient Cathay and ancient Nippon. So they were like those, yeah, Globetrotter. Oh no, you just said something like that in English. Globetrotter. Sounds like an English word. Yeah, they were your guys that would be like more open to the world, while the western part would be extremely traditional. They have their river, they have the rites and everything like that. And you would have one city down here, that was the Bronx city. They had the heaviest warriors. I told you Bel-Alaish, something like that, about the city over here. We will conquer all of that with Kroq-Gar before we start our invasion north. We will meet quick head taker quite early, so that hasn't changed for Kroq-Gar. I mean, it's kind of funny that his start position, technically from the name's perspective, is still the same, even though it feels totally different. But hey, who am I to judge? And finally, before I end this episode, the reason why I chose Kroq-Gar is, especially when you look at the colors, they remind me of Bactria. You start on the end of the map and you can just conquer everything. So quite powerful. So guys, thank you all for watching. See you on the next part. Bye.